Oh, look, you guys. I found Yard Kitty. Hello, stray mommy kitty. She's sitting in my Jeep. Look. Kitty, kitty, kitty. It's okay, baby. Don't. Oh, come here, kitty. Come here. Oh, she's trapped. This is her way out. It's okay, kitty. Come here. Oh, she gone. Oh, poor mommy kitty. So I'm walking back over, and I look over and I see this sheriff's truck sitting out over there. See that that Tahoe? And they came by and they gave us a certificate of appreciation from the Manatee County Sheriff's Department for all of our hard work and dedication to our local community. How about that? It was a very pleasant meeting. I didn't record it because, you know, I'm not a real huge fan of recording private interactions, but the Sheriff's Department came by and gave us a real nice bit of recognition. We really appreciate that, don't we, darling?
Yeah.
Are you eating? Are you eating on camera? You nasty.
I'm so excited. Look what I found.
Oh, goody. Pumpkin spice. I love pumpkin spice. Yay. Okay, we're going to put this. We'll put that right over there for now. We need to frame those up. Get them on the wall, I think. Anyway, let's go ahead and get that Dodge pulled in here. Hello there, viewers. Good day to all of you. Welcome back to the party and to the channel. And I say the party because I'm trying to be optimistic. We got to come back here in the lot. This is a Dodge Dakota. I believe it's a 1998 model. This is the one, I had it in here about a week before the hurricane. We had a blown up radiator in it. I didn't make a video about the radiator repair, but it had a blown up radiator. And there was also a massive electrical problem with this unit. We ultimately had to pull the intake manifold off of it in order to figure out how to open the hood. How do I open the hood on this? There it is. They're all different. Anyway, we had to pull the intake manifold off of the engine because we had found that the wiring harness, I believe this was part of it right here, harness right here and some harness right here, it runs back onto the transmission. Well, it splits off down here behind the intake manifold and then runs down the side of the block. And that harness contained all of the 5-volt references and all of the grounds for the critical engine operating sensors, such as the crank position sensor, cam position sensor, throttle position sensor, the idle air control, and I believe the barometric pressure sensor on the front of the intake there. So the ECM was receiving the complete incorrect information, and the thing barely run. It wouldn't go over 2,500 RPM. There were several issues with it. One of the other things we had also found was that the radiator plastic on the old unit was it was all brittle and broken. It had blown out and leaked right here along the tank seam, and it was dumping out all the engine coolant. Now it came in with both of those conditions on a tow truck, and we got it fixed up, ready to rock and roll, and we sent the thing back. So the fella comes and picks it up, and they drive it home, and all seemed well. And then I got a call saying that it had been overheating and it shut off while driving. So I believe they were on the interstate or the highway or something when that happened. Anyway, they said it shut off while driving. They had it towed back. I called the tow truck company because we had just worked on it. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I ruined this truck. I don't know what I did. Maybe we left a clamp off the radiator or something like that, or forgot to put coolant in there. Anyway, when it came off the truck, I came back out, started up, and this is what I found. Starting the engine. Yeah, that's how we found her on the way back in. So it was still a little warm from the tow truck. We're not really sure what happened to it, but it's not healthy at all. Let's check this out. Hear that? We're misfiring real bad on at least one cylinder. One cylinder. And it's popping through the intake pretty hard. Now, when I got a hold of it, when he brought it back, I called up the fella. He said that he saw some steam and some smoke from under the hood here. Opened the hood, and he said that this cap right here was spewing coolant out of it. I assume it was overheated at that time. There's still some coolant down in the reservoir here, the surge tank. But he said that this thing had pressurized and it was just dumping coolant out over top of this cap. Now, the other day I had refilled it so we could run it. That's a tight cap too. I mean, yeah, that's sort of okay looking. It must have gotten so hot that it overpressurized, depressed that spring, and then released it, and it was just gurgling out everywhere. What we think might have happened is it lost a head gasket, spewed out all the coolant, then overheated, and ultimately ran hot until it shut down. Now, the thing about these 3.7 V6s and the 4.7s is they did not like to be overheated. This was a cast iron cylinder head on these, not aluminum. And what would occur is if it got too hot, that metal would expand and it would drop the valve seat out of it. Valve seat would fall out and then smash a valve in, creating this condition. Yeah, there it is. That made me flinch. Yeah, I think it's toast, you guys. So we got to come back here at the shop. It's gonna need an engine. We would like to find out exactly what happened. So I think what I'm gonna do, because, well, I'm really not certain. So we know we have engine damage, right? But we don't know why. And this kind of goes along with the conversation that I had with the owner of this vehicle right here. He's sort of defeated. I feel a little defeated because we just worked on it and now it's blown up and dead. Probably needs a motor. I mean, yeah, I don't even know what that was. If the valve seat fell out, then it needs at least one cylinder head, but that valve seat's also probably flopping around in there, smacking into the piston, chewing up the cylinder wall. So the reality is I think this one died. But like I was saying, we want to find out what happened. Now, letting this thing run here, it's going to maintain operating temperature and it seems to be just fine. The fans were working. Those fans will come on when it heats up. We verified that the other day. We're almost wondering if there was a coolant flow issue and it overheated at highway speeds due to lack of flow. Now, I know it's not the thermostat because we installed a new one before it left here. There was a leak, kind of a coolant drip out of the bottom of that thermostat there. So that was replaced once upon a time before this left a couple weeks ago. And of course the radiator was replaced, and of course, like I said, we did the electrical repair on it. So something happened on its ride on the interstate, and we kind of want to find out why. I'm speculating that there's a possibility that the impeller on the water pump is all rusted out and is no longer serving as an impeller. Now, at low engine speeds and driving around town speeds, that's probably just fine. But then you get it up on the highway speed and you ride it for an hour or two, and we start to heat soak because we're not getting the flow that's needed to pull the heat out of the engine into the radiator. And I think that's what caused the overheat issue on this particular car. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna pop this water pump off and inspect the fins and see if this thing had a hidden Achilles heel that no one was aware of. And then I guess we're gonna go from there. But I'm thinking we need an engine, but this is a fact-finding mission and I would like to get some answers as to what happened to this Doge right here. So we're gonna get her into the building there and pull that water pump off and see what the dealio is here. So let's get after it. Let's bring it inside. Okay, so we got a van moved out of the way. Let's start this piece up and get her squeezed through here a little bit like. That doesn't sound good. I think I'm dragging stuff behind the truck. Did the hurricane blow stuff under this truck? Hold on. This is not working out all of a sudden. It's under here. Oh, some hurricane buckets. Yeah. You guys can go in there. All right, back on schedule here. Now, the next question is can I fit through here? And the answer is yes, it will fit as long as I go fast enough. I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. Beautiful. I'm a good driver. Definitely a good driver. A-Rod's still here. What's up, brother? Moving on in, air traffic control. I think we can just, we're just gonna work on this thing right here, right behind the Corvette. Powering down. Could be final powering down. Hood latch release, popping the hood. Let's get after that water pump real quick. Okay, so we got a green drain pan down there to catch all of my spillages. First thing we're gonna do is get this belt off of here. Again, we're on a fact-finding mission. We're not fixing this truck. Just need to figure out what made it blow up driving down the highway. That's the primary goal here. Pull that tensioner off down there. It's kind of in the way of the water pump. Unclicks. Yeah, save that for later, maybe. And a bunch of 13. Ding! Pump is done.
It's dinner time.
Gravity. That one's down. Mr. Justin, will you fetch that flashlight? Ow. Finger smasher pincher offer. That's tight. Like a tiger. It's like one of those like Zen meditation joints. You know, with the incense. Look at Lauren's face. Look at her smirk. She's like, are you serious right now? Ding.
Ding, fries are done.
Ding, fries are done.
I Burger King making flavor whoppers. I would paper. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
Pull all these with me. It's starting to get stinky in there. I smell the stank. Justin, will you put that drain pan back under the middle? Yeah. It's off to the side. Oh, hang on. There's like one or two more. Here, I'm gonna hit you guys with a ratchet in a second. Oh, these are tight. Ooh. You smell that crap?
You guys don't want to smell this.
That's nasty.
I can't stand this all.
Grab a little hammer out of the toolbox, sir.
Yeah. Oh, there she goes. There she blows.
All right. Hey, don't breathe that crap. Well, it's not the impeller on the water pump. It can't be because that impeller's plastic and not metal, so it did not rust out. That leaves me to conclude that somehow, some way, this thing lost its cylinder head gasket. That's very unfortunate timing to repair it. Now, it could have had a leaking gasket and we never knew about it because of the hole in the radiator. The leaking gasket could have caused the hole in the radiator. And that kind of looks okay. I mean, they're not broken out. I'm wondering if it had a head gasket problem. It was driven around.
That coolant did smell kind of funky, like it got super hot.
It's got it now for sure. It drove until it overheated. So we fixed electrical stuff, put a radiator in it because the cap was blown out of the radiator. It was spewing coolant everywhere. So we put a radiator in it, picked it up, drove it. A couple hours later, it shut off on the highway, towed it back, and now it's back with a valve seat that fell out of it. Hard misfire on one of the cylinders on this side, but it holds coolant. But it got so hot, he said that when he popped the hood on it, this thing was just dumping coolant right out of the top of the cap. So
I've
that
never
was
seen them with the radiator cap on the hose.
yeah. And
It's wild.
yeah, they do things in Dodge land. Chrysler, Fiat, Dodge, Stellantis, Mercedes, whoever else owns them. The Atlanta Braves, who knows?
Inside the engine shot. Check it.
Fix this screen. So now you're upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks good in there too.
Stinky.
It stinks. Why is this coolant with this weird green hue? See that? It's not like normal green, it's like a pale forest olive drab green. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why. It's probably an actual color.
Man, that stinks.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty. Let's start it with no water pump, just for fun. Justin, fire this thing up. Let's see what happens when we start it with no water pump. Nothing.
Coolant gonna fling off the
It's gonna
crank.
blow up.
Wow, listen
Yeah.
how quiet it is with no accessory drive on.
I know. Crazy, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
It's almost like it's not
You just
blown
hear
up.
the engine running.
Hear that? Well,
Definitely
he
that
moved
side-
out of the line of fire.
Definitely that side of the engine.
That side, you're
Yeah.
gonna come over here and hide behind me? Yeah.
definitely not driver's side.
Yeah. Smell it. You smell it coming out of the front of the block. Hey, go ahead and shut her down, man. I think we're good here. Okay, so we really have no conclusive evidence on why it overheated. Like I said, I know that the fans run, and again, they're not on right now because we're not running hot. It's not warm, but I know that the fans run. We know it holds coolant. We know there's no leak. It survives
Gotta be a head
pressure
gasket.
test. It's got to be a head gasket, but I'm ashamed of myself because I feel like it came in with that head gasket and no one knew, and I should have known better because of that hole in the radiator. I should have known, but it ran good. Like this thing ran mint once we got that the crank sensor back online. Crank cam, barrow, and TPS is what it was. Yeah, I'm defeated. My guy's defeated. Nobody's gonna win in this one. Everybody loses. We lose. The guy that owns it loses. Everybody loses. Anyway, guys, I think that's all we got for you on this particular Doge right here. I don't know if we're gonna crush this car, sell this car, blow it up more, or even fix this car. I'm not sure yet. But if we do anything with it of any significant value, I'll let you guys know, and we'll make a video about that too. So, all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and close this one out. Thanks for watching, you guys. See y'all later. In a Dodge product again, in a 3.7 Magnum V6 in a transmission. Yeah. Can't get no power steering
Or satisfaction.
satisfaction.
Cool.